Hi, my name is Arya Winterjean, and this is my first YouTube video for my channel. My channel is mostly going to be about plants and some other issues. I'm also transgendered, so there's going to be some transgender issues on there and things that people go through. I have another channel that I'm going to be collaborating with my sister, which will be generally more about the trans things and other issues going on. So I figured I'd start my own channel now and give you a little tour and show you some of my houseplants that I have gotten over the years. I have quite a few. I have a big wall behind me of plants. There's a few different kinds. Actually, there are many different kinds. I think I'm going to start with the one I have here on the floor, which is my Alocasia Polly. I've had for a couple of years. This is how big it is. This leaf is literally bigger than my face. I got this is the last plant I had bought in before I moved out of state. I had moved from a northern state and I live in the southern state now. But I've had this guy for a while now. He had 2 flowers on him, but I had to cut the other one off because it started to like do some weird things. But yeah, I have another, this is Regal Shield, I believe, a baby of it in there. And again, apologize for the noise. I'm outside and people are out doing whatever. So the next one I have is I bought at my job. This is called Plumbago. I don't know if you can see the flowers. Okay, so there's a few flowers on it now. It usually blooms, takes a little bit of a break, and then in a couple weeks will bloom again. I don't know too much about these plants. I recently just bought it this year. I know that it loves full sun. It comes from South Africa. It was really tiny when I bought it. I mean, the pot that it's in, it's pretty big now. It stays out here in full sun. It likes the humidity. I water only when it's dry. I don't have much issues with that. My Alocasia Polly is really weird. It likes full sun in the winter, I've noticed, and then out here underneath my porch, it likes a little bit of shade. So that's what I do to it, and it's happy, it's healthy. I haven't repotted it. I'm just gonna leave it as is for now. Another popular plant that I do have now, I had just recently got this like a month ago. Sorry, I'm just peeling off some of the dead leaves. This is my Domino Spathiphyllum. I'd wanted one of these for a while. I've seen a couple of them relatively available where I used to live, but when I came down here, I had found a nice greenhouse that my friend had referred me to, and they sell all kinds of stuff. I mean, some of this variegation that my camera is not picking up because I'm doing it on my phone, but some of it's really beautiful. It's still got some flowers. I took a couple clippings from it that I'm rooting in water. That will be a following episode that I will be doing, is rooting things in water. I mean, come on, half and half leaf. Looks good. So I usually keep this. This has been in the house. I keep it in a western window so it gets plenty of light. I had it away from the window a little bit, but it didn't seem to quite like being away from the sun. So I moved back by the window. She seems to be doing really good. So we're gonna put that one aside. The wall behind me, I have a couple. I have a Rhaphidophora Sperma. Now, there is a story behind this plant. I had wanted one of these for the longest time, and I remember when it was really popular yet, I'd seen it, and I never bought it, blah, 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 blah. So I had finally gotten it. It was $29 and, like, $15 shipping for a tiny little plant like this with 2 leaves. So I'm just like, oh, it's just gonna die on me. It didn't. It grew really fast. So before moving, I decided I had to sell a lot of my plants because I'm going to bring them all with me. I had about 400. It was crazy. I had a jungle. So, this guy was longer than this, and I had cut him back and sold a clipping of him. And after that, my plants started to die. So I literally had, like, a node with, like, a leaf, like a segment cutting. And my sister has a betta fish, so I stuck the clipping in there, and it actually rooted. This took about, I want to say, to get like from this about like 8 months exactly. Some of the leaves are okay. They're a little bit smaller. It's got another one opening up here. I just repotted it again, but I am going to take a cutting from it again and keep it for myself, which is right here where that long aerial root is. So I figured I won't do it until like November, or maybe October. So We're gonna put them back. I do have to water them all today. I was gonna film after watering, but then I didn't want to be messy and wet and anything. And then I have this guy, which is also pretty popular. Polka dot begonia, or begonia. I can't think of the name right now, but it actually just started to pop out some of these flowers, and I had no idea what color it was. I knew it was either white or pink, and I'm actually very pleased that it's white. It's got the darkness here, and it's got the nice polka dots. It's a very relatively small plant. I am going to take some cuttings off of it when it gets bigger, because I have a couple pieces that are like rubbed against each other, and then this guy just shut up. But I also am going to do an Etsy and sell some of my clippings and some of my pieces, so I could share my plants, and I'm not going to charge an arm and a leg. I used to have a variegated Monstera that I loved and I gave to a friend, but now the prices of them are outrageous, and I think it's ridiculous. It's crazy. I paid no more for like 50 bucks for mine. So, I think it's just nuts. Another one of my plants is my Pelea pepermonas. I think I pronounced that totally wrong. I had gotten this really tiny. I've given a couple of the babies away, but she is just flourishing. A little like top heavy, as you can see. I had another segment cut, another baby over here that I trimmed back, but if you look in the pot, it's getting another baby. Sorry, I just got sidetracked by people walking. But the stem actually has a lot of buds on it that are gonna pop out soon, and I'm really excited for. Shade out here, I give it kind of good lighting. It's in a west facing window, so there's no issues with that. What else? Some of these plants I'm embarrassed to show because they're a little awful looking. This is my black cardinal philodendron. Don't judge me. But it's been doing okay for the most part. I keep this in a western window. I only water it when it's dry. I try to keep it out of the full sun. I'm so sorry, there is so much going on right now in the background, but it's okay. I was actually going to give this away to a friend, but I decided to keep it. But it's pretty dark. I mean, this is a new leaf. It looks like it's doing something. It's got another new leaf, so we will hope and pray and hope that it actually gets a full recovery. I'm really not a big fan of plastic pots, but for now, it's holding it in and working for me. Another popular plant are Calatheas. I am not a big fan of them. I do love them though, but every time I get them, they die. So here is my one that I've had the longest. I've had this guy for a couple of years, and this is my rattlesnake. He looks pretty healthy. As you can see, he's got some new leaves, and you'll hear my neighbors, and I'm sorry. But, sorry, there's like so many people out here right now. I don't know why, but, I give that pretty bright light. It was an eastern window. It wasn't doing so good. My western window seems to hold a lot of my plants, and they seem to grow really good. This guy, everybody says not to put them outside because they're finicky. My other one actually rolled up and just died on me. Completely just died. Rolled up, died. Tried to come back a little bit, but didn't. But if you want a Calathea that's pretty easy, I would recommend the rattlesnake one. It does get brown tips. I just trim them off. I just trimmed this yesterday to make it look semi-healthier, because I knew I was going to film a YouTube channel. But, you know, life goes on. Hope I don't drop anything. What else can I talk about that's interesting? Well, I'm trying to look around. I have so many plants that I'm just like, what can I show you? Let's see. Okay. We'll go with Syngoniums. Alright, I have Syngoniums. These are all going to actually get transplanted out of here, but I didn't want to do that today. It's just to plan out for the video. But as you can see, this is... I forgot the name of this. I know it's pink something. To me, it's Syngonium pink. It's got beautiful pink leaves. I don't give it too much light, especially in the summertime, because it's pink. I didn't want it to scald or anything. And I also have a variegated piece in here. This is Syngonium variegata. I'm really bad with names, please don't judge me. But I do have a couple plants that I don't know the names of. But but I had cut this also and gave it to a piece of my friend and sent it to him. But I cut it where the leaves were split, so all my new leaves coming in are like a little creasy, like variegated, which I like. But same thing, this guy does really well. Right now he's in an extremely large pot, probably too big for him, so I'm gonna take him out, or her. But yeah, these are probably one of my favorite plants. They're pretty easy to grow. They can go anywhere from a low light corner to some sun. Not a lot because they will scald and no one wants their plants burned. So I'm gonna get up for a minute. Now another one, bring you some cactuses. I was gonna save them all for a different segment in a video, but it's here now, right? And it's dropping everything. So this plant was given to me about 8 years back. It is called Chain of Bones. I don't know its genus name at all. You can see some of it is kind of dying down here. But it's actually doing pretty good. I never really cut it, as you can tell. I repotted it because it all started to shrivel, and there is a spider up on this plant. I don't know if my phone will pick it up, but yeah, you can kind of see like his web, but he's in there. So I'm gonna keep him there. He's gonna keep all the bed bugs away. I did have an issue with some of these guys not doing too well, but I repotted it, watered it, and it seemed to bounce back. I give it as much light as possible. Up here, it doesn't really get that much light. It gets some afternoon sun. But I don't know a lot about these kinds, so I'm still learning, but after, I would say, you know, like 8 years of having it, like, it looks great. So yeah, so see what else I could show you guys. This is my nether beauty. I love philodendrons. This is my something red. I don't think it's, is it Imperial Red? I don't know, guys, you tell me. I think this might be Imperial Red. I got this at the same nursery I'd gotten, this guy, the Galliminospathiphyllum. Ugh. But, I saw this hanging, and I thought it was a pink princess, that had lost its variegation, or like a muted one, but it wasn't. I think this is Red Imperial. I got this for like $10. I am gonna propagate some of it. I just don't know when. I just repotted it, so I do want it to grow a little bit more before I cut anything off of it. I did give a piece away when I first bought it to a friend, but other than that, she's doing happy, she's healthy up there. This was inside also for a while, but I ended up moving it out to get more light. So I'm gonna put this one back, and we will get another one. I have a plant that I've had forever. You know when you go to the grocery store and they have those little plants that are in like literally pots like this? Not so much that this one came from there, but they're usually in small pots like this. While we have this is a variegated peperomia. I found it on the floor at Lowe's. I'm not gonna lie, it was a wilted piece. I had rooted it, brought it back to life. It's doing really good. So I'm gonna keep that there. But, so I've always wanted a rubber tree. I knew I couldn't keep them. I've killed them before in the past. So I got this little dude. He was like literally this big in the pot, and a couple years later, I'm gonna bring him over. This is the monster now. Yeah, I killed them alright. Let me put him right here so he can sit next to me. We kind of have to like move him around to like kind of talk, but he is doing fabulous. Sorry. I brought him with my move. I brought a couple of my plants that mean a lot to me in my move, but I give him a western window and plenty of light, and he is doing awesome. There are some other plants in here. It's just basket plant, and I have a Scansia, which is variegated kind, but these ones are all green. But I've had this guy for a couple years now, and he is doing great. I want him to get nice and big. I just repotted him about 2 years ago. I think I'm gonna wait another year and pot him into something bigger. I tried to take propagation from it. I don't know if you can actually kind of see, but I took a cutting from there. kind of can't see. Well, this branch right there, where that little piece is here. And it didn't root, so it was very unsuccessful. So if anybody has any tips on rooting those especially, that would be great. So I'm sorry this is a very fast video, it's probably all over the place. I'm probably going to end up redoing this and going back over them again, but you know, I figured I'd make a decent video, kind of introduce myself a little bit, show you some of the plants I have. I have so many that I want to show you guys, but I'm just like, what do I show you first? I mean, we can probably go with this one. This guy's little. This is, it doesn't look like much now, but this is a Monstera Abbasonii. I took a stem cutting from my plant, but it's not really splitting yet, and I think because it's still juvenile. But yeah, that plant seems to be okay. Most of my plants just get bright and direct light. They're either in a western window or a southern window. I do have one basket plant I could show you. It's pretty big. It's actually there, that one. It's up in the corner. I'm gonna pull it down really quick and show you what's in it because my other Monstera Abbasonii is in it. I have a different Rhaphidophora in there. And a bunch of things. So let's pull it down. I am gonna separate that eventually. I was gonna do a video on that, but I'm gonna wait till a little bit later to do a video. But after this video, these are mostly my tropicals minus the one cactus that I showed you, but I'm going to do another cactus video to show you and introduce you to some of my succulents and some plumerias that are growing here. They aren't hardy here, so we do bring them in every year. I will be back in just a jiff. This guy got everything in it. As you know, you'll see a stick here. I have a Brazilian, a philodendron Brazil that I'm trying to grow up that post there, and I'm gonna remove it. I have a lot of Cebu blue pothos in here. I have another Cebu blue pothos in my room. I have some Monstera, Coleus is in here, basket plant, prayer plant, wandering Jew. Now finding my Abbasonii, right there. So you can kind of see that some of these guys have leaves on it. I had gotten these as cuttings up north from another greenhouse that I used to go to all the time. So I'm gonna remove this. And if I can find, and this guy down here is another species of Rhaphidophora. It doesn't look like it at all because it's not, doesn't have like split leaves or anything. It's supposed to split more. I actually think was labeled wrong when they sent it to me and is more into the pothos family, but we will figure that one out soon. But if you guys have any information on any of the plants you see that I may be missing, I've been growing plants for years, but I'm always up for learning new things. So I'm gonna throw him back up and I'm gonna introduce you to probably 2 more plants, and then I'm going to end the video and think of another one to do. I'm probably going to do them every Wednesday. My videos will come out, maybe Wednesday, Thursdays. We'll see. Put this guy back. A big one, oleander. I love oleander. This one is doubled. We have 2. This one has a little bit more flower on it than my other one. Just starting to open. They can be a very deadly plant. I wouldn't keep them around kids, but I have pets and they don't really seem to bother this plant at all, which is like super cool. I had a tree form, a standard one that was almost as tall as me. That's back up north. It's still alive. My cousin has it, but I need another one. I got this at my job. I was working in a garden center. I saw them. I said, oh my god, it's doubled. I need it. Got it for a clearance price because I had a couple dried leaves, but as you can see, I repotted it. It could probably stay in here for a couple years. I do want it to grow back into a standard tree, but we will see what happens with this. So far, so good. I have really good luck with them, and it's blocking my face, so I'm gonna put her down. But I was gonna show you a couple more plants, but I kind of want to leave something for the next video. Okay, one more. This is another philodendron of mine. Ignore its shape, but it's got a lot of aerial roots up here, and I know it's a bug. So this is Philodendron Little Phil, they call this. So far, so good. It looks a little rough in some of the leaves. Please tell me I'm probably doing something wrong. I tried to give this some bright and direct light, and when I bring it inside, I try to give it the west-facing window. It seems to like it, but as you can tell, don't mind the crystal and they're holding up. But I think it needs just maybe deeper in the pot. Maybe if anybody could help me and let me know. But yeah, so I think that will be the last plant that I am going to show. But if you guys have any suggestions, or if I did a horrible job, just leave me negative comments, because we could also do another segment on just like nasty comments, because it's the world, it's YouTube. I'm probably going to get some like shade or some hate mail because for being trans and for maybe some of my plants and not knowing a lot, but I'm still learning. And you know what, we're all people and we all trying to live. So if you like, click subscribe. Every Wednesday, every Thursday, I will come out with videos, and I hope you all have a fantastic day. I'm gonna go inside now, and I guess I'm gonna water these guys, but take care. Bye.